call to order the meeting for the Bryan City Council meeting for Monday, May 1st. If you please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, everyone. And before we get started, I would like to welcome our new clerk treasurer, Mr. John Leonard. Leonard, is that how it's pronounced?
That's right.
Welcome, and glad you're able to help us out here at council. So,
Yeah, no, thank you very much, and I'm glad to be here.
thank you. First item on our agenda this evening is to approve the minutes of the April 17th meeting and also the April 18th joint special meeting.
I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
Judy?
Yes.
Mary?
Yes.
Jim?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes. Next item is a hearing of public concerns. Mr. Cox, please step forward and state your name.
Steve Cox, Huntington Drive. Want to thank council. I've already thanked the mayor and street superintendent. The morning after I spoke last to you, the vacuum unit was out working on the street, and the street is basically clean of loose gravel. And that is a major step as far as I'm concerned. So again, thank you very much. I hope that folds into any future uses of that technique of road quote-unquote repair. Again, it's truly appreciated. Unfortunately, the cracks at the top of the street, the north end, are coming through the repair work. And it's basically like putting over a Band-Aid over a major surgery incision and hoping with the stitches aren't needed to hold it together. It's not working. That should receive some serious thinking as well. And again, the street itself is cleaned. They didn't vacuum the edges of the grass from what I could see. But again, very well done. Definitely would like to know how much gravel they managed to actually remove from the surface. So again, that's all I wanted to say today. Thank you very
All right,
much.
thank you,
Appreciate
Mr.
it.
Cox. Anyone else? Not seeing anyone. Move on to item number 3, which is an ordinance.
This is ordinance number 20, 2023, an ordinance accepting the dedication for street purposes of 1.202 acres of land known as South Portland Street, extending south from Cardinal Drive to Fountain Grove Drive.
Good evening.
Good evening.
As you recall, we did award the Portland Street job last month, and as promised, I said I was going to come back with the dedication plat. This will be the east half of the Portland Street roadway that Isaac Properties had signed off and gave to the city. The west half of the street right-of-way already exists. That was already platted when the Autumn Chase subdivision was put in. And then on your drawing that you have in there on the south side, there's a little property there. It's called Pettit. He has a 30-foot easement on the east side of his property for road purposes. So I'll be contacting him and letting him know about that as well. It was on his deed, so, but we will not need right-of-way dedicated there. So with that, Mr. Isaac signed the copy today. I have the copy over there, and if you would like, I would request you suspend the rules and approve this, and we can get the ball rolling.
A motion to suspend?
I'll second.
Jim?
Yes.
Mary?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Mary?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Jim?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
All right, I'll have you all sign it after the meeting.
Before you go.
Sure.
When do you see construction beginning?
We actually have a pre-construction meeting set up this week with the contractor, so he'll give me a schedule then.
Okay.
So I don't suspect it might be in June, maybe
Okay.
when they will start, but it'll be a 2-month project.
So you're
once they
looking
get
at
started.
this summer?
It'll be summer construction,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, absolutely. But I'll get a schedule on it, and I can just send a message out and let you guys know when it's going to start.
I do have one question.
Sure.
I know that we talked about when you put in new curbs and sewers and all
Mhm.
that, you put sidewalks in. Will there be sidewalks there?
We have sidewalks planned on the east side. We're not going to do it on the west side of the road along the Autumn Chase side because there's utilities and trees and things like that there. But I'm not 100% sure if we're going to put the sidewalk in yet. There was development that, was proposed down there. And if that development goes in, they're going to have to cut the new sidewalk in several places to get the utility hookups. So depending on how that process works, if we know by June or July, I may come back to you guys and non-perform the sidewalk, and we'll just get the money back and not put it in and put the sidewalk in at a later
But
date.
there will be sidewalks eventually?
There's sidewalk planned on the east side.
Okay.
Not on the west side, but yes, on the east side to connect from Fountain Grove to the senior center.
Okay.
But again, I hate to cut up brand-new sidewalk,
Yeah.
so we may hold off on it depending on if that development goes through or not.
Okay, thank
So-
you.
Yeah, I appreciate that foresight.
Yeah, so the Autumn Chase,
Yes, sir.
and I'm heading, what is that, south on Fountain Grove?
When you head west on
Yeah,
Fountain
west.
Grove, you turn north onto this street. And Autumn Chase will be on the left side as you're going
So
north.
between Markey and Portland on Fountain Grove,
That's Autumn Chase.
correct? There will be no sidewalk plan
No.
there?
All the sidewalk will do will serve a development if it goes in there, or any pedestrians that are right nearby at that area.
There is quite a bit of kid foot traffic
Right.
on that side. As a school bus driver, I literally slow down, wait for cars to pass, and get to the middle of the road because the kids are walking on the road.
On Fountain Grove Drive.
Yes.
Right, correct.
So I was just curious if that was going to be rectified. Doesn't
With-
sound like it can be or will be.
With the Safe Routes to School grant that we got 2 years ago, which we're starting that construction here in the next few weeks, they had done a safety study on that and a walking study, and the number of students that were walking down Fountain Grove, it didn't qualify for the sidewalk. And
No, I
the
would
se-
agree.
And the
I don't
second
know what
part
the
was,
quality or quantity was, but it's not a ton. It's actually about 6 to 8 that I habitually see, 4 of which will not get off the road.
right, the issue we have there is,
They just won't move.
the issue we have is there's ditches along that road.
Yes.
And the sidewalk would have to go behind the
Behind the
poles,
poles.
100% on private easement, which we don't have the right to, and we don't know if anybody will sign off, and
Yeah.
I don't know that we can take that via eminent domain for that purpose, so.
No, I
with this-
appreciate the
But the safety
explanation.
study, there was method to our madness there. The safety study said it was not required in that area based on the foot traffic, that going up Markey and down South Street was,
It's okay. I will, hopefully others will continue to do this, because that's, in the morning, you do realize there are 14 buses that go down there.
absolutely,
I don't care if there's 6 kids or 66.
couldn't agree with you
It
more.
only takes one.
Yep,
So, I'm certainly not chastising, not criticizing anyone, just making a statement that, that is currently a problem. I certainly can understand based on numbers, that would make sense. That it's not like 150 even or whatever, it's not that many. It's 6. Hopefully, it looks like about 3 of those 6 are going to graduate in about 2 years.
Well, and to be honest with you, Fountain Grove Drive and that topic was what started the Safe Routes to School conversation. With the hopes of that. But on top of the fact that there's limited number of students that walk down that street, which doesn't help with our foot traffic study, some of the properties are not in the city limits. So again, we can't force to put sidewalks
Right.
in areas, and then the other piece is not having easements for those because it's already in personal property. So
There
it
isn't
kind of
any,
hand-
I mean, I certainly am not into overregulation, that is certainly not what, but is there any way the schools are, our police, and there can be an enforcement that the kids have to, like, if they're gonna walk on the other side or something. For safety purposes, I will continue not to put anybody
So
in
are they
harm's
walking the
way.
wrong direction? Is that part of it? They've got their backs to you?
No, actually, well, that's true. In the morning, that's true. In the afternoon, it's not. They are walking the correct way. So it's like a clock,
Sure.
twice a day.
Yeah.
A broken one can be correct. So they're doing it once correctly. They're always staying on that
On the north side.
north side.
Right.
So they are on the north side, which is our jurisdiction, because the other side is township, which means
Yeah,
county.
the other side I
I
understand.
think-
Well, I didn't want to
I mean, I
correct
can
that.
talk to the chief. We have patrols that are out in the morning. They're just in different parts of town.
Yes, they are. And I see them enforced, by the way.
He's not here tonight.
Well,
Yeah.
tell him they are,
Yeah.
their presence is appreciated and seen a lot by the drivers.
So maybe it's an educational piece for that,
Could be.
for the kids.
Yeah, that's what I was, just,
Okay.
there's something that can kind of rattle them a little bit, saying that, I mean, they just, and quite frankly, if you take the winter months, I don't blame them. If there's like a foot of snow and they're plodding through it, they'd rather be, I would too. Also, like now, there's considerable water and stuff, they're gonna have to slosh through it. So they stay pretty much on the road or right there on the brim. And it's just easier for me to just slow down, no cars coming, pull over to the left of center, go slow, and pass them. And I will obviously continue to do that, but I didn't know if there's any other remedy. So, thank you.
Unless we write everybody a letter and say you put your sidewalk in.
Yeah.
But again, on
yeah.
The code says we can do that.
Yeah.
But not on the ones that are not in the city limits.
Right, correct, yeah.
Which
Yeah,
is-
there's a couple islands there that are not in the city limits there, so.
No, I appreciate that, thank you.
All right. Thank you.
He's Bryan.
Item number 4 on our agenda is ordinance. Pat, would you please number and read?
This is ordinance number 21, 2023, an ordinance providing for annual appropriations for the city of Bryan for the fiscal year ending December 2023 and declaring an emergency. These are the following appropriations are being requested is for the general fund, for the Parks Department, amphitheater expenses, $7,450. For the Parks Department, facility maintenance for Jonas Park, $2,500. And for the inclusive playground for the parks, $3,250, a total of $13,200.
I'll move to suspend.
I'll second.
John?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Jim?
Yes.
Mary?
Yes.
Rick?
And I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
Jim?
Yes.
Mary?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Rick?
Item number 5 is a resolution. Pat, would you please number and read?
Resolution number 33, 2023, a resolution to accept a $2,500 donation from Ann and Howard Breland to the Parks and Recreation Department for Jonas Playground improvements.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good
Matt.
evening.
Just real quickly, a donation here from Ann and Howard Vreeland Jr. For the Jonas Playground, which is located right there by the Park Pool. We'll be doing some improvements to the sidewalk going in, and then there'll also be an added drinking fountain and bench and that kind of stuff. So just making some improvements to the park itself.
I'll move to suspend.
I'll second.
Judy?
Yes.
Mary?
Yes.
Jim?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
A motion to approve.
Second.
Yes.
Mary?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Jim?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes. Next item is another resolution. Pat, would you please number and read?
Resolution number 34, 2023, a resolution to accept a $2,500 grant from West Unity Area Foundation to the Parks and Recreation Department for the Lincoln Park Inclusive Playground.
Again, another donation grant from the West Unity Area Foundation. As we've talked about prior, The hope with the inclusive playground is for this to be a larger community than Bryan, maybe even larger than a Williams County community. So we reached out to the local foundations outside of Bryan to try to get some help for the playground, and West Unity has granted us a $2,500 grant that'll go towards the playground. So we're extremely thankful for that donation grant.
Was there any other response? You
We're
said you
still
reached
waiting.
out.
We're still waiting on a couple.
Okay. No, I think that's a very good idea. To kind of with the theme of inclusiveness.
Right, absolutely. Yeah, we don't want it to just be about us. We'd
Right,
like to include
exactly.
as many
Agreed.
organizations as we can.
And I think this is great because it's going to get the word out there too to all the other towns that this is available to these kids.
That's our
I think
hope.
it's wonderful.
Absolutely.
With that, I move to suspend.
And I'll second.
Judy?
Yes.
Mary?
Yes.
Jim?
Yes.
John?
Yes,
Rick?
Yes.
move to approve.
Second.
John?
Yes.
Jim?
Yes.
Mary?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thanks,
Thank
Ben.
you, Ben.
Great job.
Item number 7 is another resolution. Pat, would you take that one and read?
Resolution number 35, 2023, a resolution authorizing the mayor or her designee to apply for, accept, and enter into a water pollution control loan fund, WPCLF agreement on behalf of City of Bryan for planning, design, and/or construction facilities and designating a dedicated repayment source for the loan.
Good evening, council. As Pat stated, this is a resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into a loan agreement with WPCLF, which is Water Pollution Control Loan Fund, administered through Ohio EPA. And what this funding is going to be applied for is the secondary improvement project that we're working on out there. This will go towards the design engineering portion of that project.
Which was about how much? Was that the 1.2 million? or-
Well, total, yeah, it's right around 2. The loan itself is just a hair under 1.9 million.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Welcome.
I'll move to suspend.
I'll second.
John?
Yes.
Mary?
Yes.
Jim?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
And I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
Jim?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Mary?
Yes.
John?
Just for Wes. Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Wes.
Thanks, Wes.
Thank you.
That concludes our agenda items for this evening. Go around the room and see if any of the department heads have anything further. Anything from engineering?
No, sir.
Fire? Parks? Streets? Wastewater? We'll start with Judy then.
Oh, okay. Just a few things. I'd like to say thank you to the Vreelands for the donation to the Jonas Park. Also, thank you to West Unity Area Foundation for their donation to the Inclusive Park. And like I said earlier, I think this is wonderful that this whole county can use this. I would like to say welcome to our new clerk treasurer this evening. And I also would like to say thank you to Mr. Cox for the kind words. We hear a lot of complaints, but it's always nice when we can hear the good. So thank you for that.
John?
Ditto.
Nice.
All right.
That's it.
That's it.
We're all speechless.
I know.
Mary?
I also like to thank the Freelands and the West Unity Foundation and welcome John to the team. Thank you.
Yeah, I want to thank the Brelands as well for their donation and the West Unity Area Chamber of, what was it?
Area
West Unity
Foundation.
Foundation.
Foundation, I'm sorry, for their donation, and welcome, John.
John, do you have anything that you would like to say?
I've been excited to join the team for the last few weeks and glad to finally be here. And again, thank you very much for offering the position to me and hopefully do my best for you.
Thank you, appreciate it.
How excited are you, Pat?
Very excited.
I'm sitting here thinking, he says he was very excited to join the team. I hope we didn't mess that up tonight.
Pat, do you have anything further? Okay. Mayor?
Yeah, it's been a pleasure spending the day with John. We have toured parts of the city. We'll continue to do that, but he also needs to get acclimated with the work. But I also want to express my appreciation for Pat. She's really stepped in the last month to cover both offices, and we're very appreciative of that. And I know she'll continue to help John as he gets acclimated with the city of Bryan. So I just wanted to express my appreciation to you as well. Thank you.
Here, here.
Yeah, true.
Yes.
Yes, definitely.
I would also like to express my appreciation to the Vreelands and also West Unity Area Foundation for their generous donation. As I mentioned before, welcome John aboard. And one thing that I do want to mention is that hopefully eventually the weather will start to warm up. It's teased us a little bit. But as we head into the warmer weather, people will be out and about and also walking their dogs. And please be courteous to your neighbors and take care of any kind of problems or messes that your dog would make. And like I said, just be courteous to your neighbors as you're out and about. So with that, we will take a brief recess and go into executive session to discuss the compensation and employment of a public employee. Thank you.